I got my call to missions at 18, and it was just in some ways an ill-defined, strong urge and longing to improve the lives of people in developing countries. And I had no idea about social enterprise or human trafficking or any of those issues at this time. God just gave me a general desire, and then that has become more refined with time. From the time we got married, we had a strong sense that we were called to do something as a couple in a developing country, but we were never particularly sure where or what that would be. It really was my husband's vision and idea. He encountered the issue of trafficking whilst we were living in Manila, and after meeting some of the organisations involved in rescuing victims of trafficking, he soon realised that some of the aftercare components were quite lacking, particularly in regard to sustained, decent employment. And so I guess God really put it on his heart to start to try and address that issue, and to start a business where we could provide long-term skilled employment to those who were being reintegrated back into the community. Now I have a very strong desire to work with this population and see them live healthy, successful, meaningful lives. But that God has gradually refined that vision over time. We went into it with a large degree of ignorance and naivety. We didn't really know in some ways what we were getting into. So I don't think we absolutely didn't know how hard or complex it was going to be. It's been a lot of getting angry and with God and fist shaking and like, why is this going badly, or why does this have to be so hard? There was a pivotal moment in the early part of last year where we were growing quickly and that was not going well. And I was just walking around the workplace praying, and it's like, what is going on? And then God just gave me the word fortify. I just heard it very clearly, and I'm like, okay, well, thank you, God, firstly, for not abandoning us. That just reassured me that he's still here. That's God's hand in all of this, and that he's causing that growth. It just reassures me that he's with us, and then, we can continue. And there's no guarantee that it's going to be successful. Things could change very quickly and collapse overnight. God doesn't guarantee us that when we're obedient that it'll go well. So we don't demand that. We hope for it. But at the same time, we know that God's here despite what the outcome is. So it's really a constant spiritual battle. And when people ask what we need, I say we need prayer, and I don't mean that in a trite way when I really just want money. I really want prayer because it's a business, and the business, produces the money that we need most of the time. But what we need is spiritual support, because that's one of the hardest parts, is the spiritual battle.